This is like the dad podcast. We didn't even know we were doing a dad podcast, but here we are.
Here we are.
Well, welcome everybody back to Discombobulated, a new podcast. And I say maybe welcome back because we recorded last week. This is technically our second episode, but the first one may be lost forever. So shout out.
We promise we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Very professional
behind my back.
Three of us do.
Yeah.
True.
It was on me, the one guy that you would think had it
The
together.
one tech guy that we have.
The one person.
The guy that we ask questions to if we have any tech questions.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
I think the worst part is that we even stopped the show before we started. Like, hey, this is going to work, right, Taylor? And you were like, yeah, totally. And then you're like, well, let me check it first. And then you checked it and still lost it.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that checking it was the reason that it messed up.
You lost it.
Yeah. So this week I just hit record and I'm going to trust Zoom to do this.
So you're recording it, I'm recording it, and then you got to actually record it twice because you're using OBS too.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to
Somebody's going to see this damn video.
Yeah,
Somebody will be.
Take out my phone and record just my face. So at least we have that. But that'll be good. But anyways, this is our podcast and really just talking about anything. But we are recording this the week of the NFL Combine. And so I thought we'd just kind of start there talking about the Combine. Myself, Jake, and Kyle, we will be there representing all of Headliner Nation. And
What are you going to be doing, Ethan?
I'm going to be working.
Oof.
Yep.
The doc.
Somebody got to be responsible. Somebody.
I feel like if we took Ethan to the combine with us, this dude would be like schmoozing all the medical professionals there, trying to get insider knowledge. Like, you know how we've done stuff before and we've been like, that dude didn't even hang out with us. He just disappeared. That would have been Ethan during this.
Yeah.
Ethan knows exactly what you're talking about.
He's probably bringing his white coat.
Hey, look,
Wear a stethoscope.
we're rolling in with this. Yeah. Okay. But in all reality, probably not. I've been fortunate enough to talk to many medical professionals that work with NFL athletes.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good idea of how the combine works now.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be able to tell me anything anyway, because from a medical perspective, they aren't allowed to at the combine. You're not allowed to say anything about the medicals at the combine.
I have a question.
If you actually treated them.
Right.
Do you actually wear a stethoscope around your neck at work?
No, I own a stethoscope, but I rarely use it.
Do you ever just use it just to make it look important?
I mean, we used it today, but that was just to check a blood pressure. It's not really.
Oh.
I don't check lungs and stuff with it. I learned how to do that in school, but it's not really something PTs do on the reg.
I gotcha. Is on the reg like a new hip saying for on the regular?
Well,
It's an
I didn't
old
know.
hip saying for on the regular.
Is it?
It's been around a long time.
Yeah,
Has it?
At least since 2002, I would say.
Oh. I've never said that before.
Well, you've never been on the reg. So.
I'm old though. I got gray hair on my balls.
Mm.
I didn't need to know that, Jake.
I mean, but luckily I take care of that. Dude, our partners are Manscaped.
Yeah, shout
Shout out
out.
to Manscaped.
Shout out Manscaped. Shout out the beard hair. Hey, shout out the beard
dropped a
hedger.
promo last week on the lost episode, and everyone was like, "Wait a second, we can't do that because we're not."
No, not true. All I said was not official sponsor yet.
Exactly.
For the podcast.
Exactly. What I'm more interested in seeing is the first time that Kyle uses that beard hedger, and then after he's done with it,
I can't wait.
I tell him that I trimmed my nether regions with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll let it soak for a day or two.
Soak.
Yeah, if the box even looks like it's been tampered with at all.
Yeah, Kyle's
Till
spraying
so-
down that thing with Lysol and all kinds of Clorox wipes. He's got
I'll get the disinfecting spray that hairstylists use on their stuff.
that's hairspray. For those of you that maybe don't know, maybe you've come across the podcast. We do have a YouTube channel that really these guys run. All I do is edit videos there, but
nonstop.
The Fantasy Headliners, you can check us out on YouTube if you're into fantasy football content. But I want to know, okay, so we're at the combine, right?
So
We-
Ethan, just pretend for a
exclusive-
second.
Yeah, just
excluding me.
pretend,
For a second,
Ethan.
Ethan.
If Ethan were there,
It's fine.
you guys go out on the field and you do any of the different events that they do, right? 40-yard dash, the bench press, the vertical jump, broad jump. Which one are you beating Ethan at for sure?
All of them.
Probably.
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 I'll give Ethan the Wonderlick, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ethan will crush the Wonderlick.
I would probably crush that.
Maybe
That
drug
one, but-
screening.
Yeah, how many points
the
do you get on the
drug
Wonderlick for your
screen done.
name? Because that's
Is
probably about
there
as far
a
as I'm
way
getting.
we can get the
Can we get the
Wonderlick?
Can
Wonderlick?
we take it? We definitely have to take it.
Dude, it's not available probably. It's probably like a sample.
It's probably a special. They can't let them. You can't like practice it. There's no
Okay.
way you could practice it.
Our
This
next
coming up-
YouTube video. We snuck into the Wonderlick exam.
Exactly. Now, I want to know is there a way that we can proctor the exam to each other and then make a video of all of us answering the same questions like in an order so we can see who we can make fun of and who we can't?
I think we should definitely do. Here's some sample questions I found just looking it up.
Do I need a pen?
Can I use a pen?
Can I
If
do
there's
any
any
calculator?
math involved that is anything outside of statistics, I'm done.
Says it includes analogies, analysis of geometric figures, arithmetic, direction following, disarranged sentences,
Here, let me get my
judgment,
notes
logic,
out.
Rude. I'm so screwed.
word definitions. Okay, here's a couple sample questions. If a piece of rope costs 20 cents per 2 feet, how many feet can you buy for $30?
See, I'm fucked already. Do you get pen and
60
paper?
feet.
I don't know. Let me take my calculator. Why do I need to know that? Everybody grew up in a generation here that's like, you had the teacher that was like, you guys maybe didn't even have calculators when you were in school, but I had teachers that were like, you're not going to have a
Heck is
calculator.
that supposed
with
to
you.
mean?
You know what it means.
300 feet.
That was close.
300
I said
feet.
60 right off the top of my head. I just
I don't
guessed.
know. That was my quick math guess.
I didn't. What was I'll give you the actual answer. What was the actual question again? I'll pay attention
If
this
a
time.
piece of rope costs 20 cents per 2 feet, how many feet can you buy for $30?
For $30.
Numbers have always like messed me up if they're not within the realm of figuring out statistics for sports. Like you ask me a question like that, and my mind immediately is like, dude, you're gonna mess this up. Like, don't even try. I'm awful with math.
And then carry the 6.
It's like long form mathing this.
Hold on. I think there's a triangle involved somewhere.
No, it makes sense. All right. So 20 cents at 2 feet. So you got 5.
Yeah, there's 5
Times two,
20
that's 10.
sensors
That's
So
a
that's-
dollar. You're getting 10 feet. And
for
then
a
it's just-
dollar.
and then it's just 10 feet times
Yeah.
30.
30 is 300.
300 feet.
Yeah.
300 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I did
That's what I just
4
said.
minutes ago.
I said.
You guys
In
are
my
getting-
defense, and in your defense though, Jake, I am, and this is my nerdiest thing about not the fact that I'm a doctor, easily the nerdiest thing that I am like known for where I'm from.
Frothing.
is- No, that is pretty nerd. That's not nerdy. We like disc golf.
Playing disc
is
golf,
cool.
yeah.
I am still to this day the most decorated mathlete in my high school's history.
Wait a second. You can't, there's
Swear
no
to
such
God.
thing. There's no such
Swear
thing
to
as a
God, dude.
mathlete.
I placed in the state in mathletes.
Dude, that
I
is
like
a
how
nerd.
you said it though, because you said it was nerdy, but
Dude.
then you had so much passion.
Pride. It's a
You were-
pride
you-
thing.
Yes, you were so prideful of
place
that
in the
accomplishment.
8th best mathlete in Illinois, confirmed.
That's a disservice to the word athlete.
4-time state qualifying mathlete. You know,
First-
it. My
first
mom-
off, that
seriously,
doesn't
my
even-
mom makes the joke repeatedly that mathletes was my best sport in high school, which hurts actually.
Now
a
this
little bit.
dude's talking about football.
Hey, is there
Right.
another math question on there, Taylor?
Is there any more questions, Taylor?
Yeah.
Do
Do you
something
want?
not math?
Do you want one? All these are numbers. Do you want one that is a softball, or do you want one that you got to work on?
No, we got to work for it. We got to put
All
the
right.
mathlete to the test.
Oh my god, I'm not ready for this.
Um,
It's timed. It's a time test though, right?
yes.
Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, so yeah, this would
no,
not
this
be
is
easy.
this is a fun one. A clock.
Whoa, say that. Be careful. Make sure you enunciate.
What?
A clock
Okay.
lost 2 minutes and 36 seconds in 78 days. So it lost that amount of time in 78 days.
2
How
minutes and
many
36 seconds.
How many seconds did it lose per day?
In how many days?
78 days.
Well, that would be 60, 96 seconds. 96 divided by 78. What's that?
That's not easy math.
2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah, Kyle, 2 minutes and 36 seconds does not come out to be
But
96
it's seconds
That's
per
a minute and a
day.
half.
But the answer's in
Oh,
seconds
I
per
meant
day.
100. It's 120.
And this
See,
is
I
exact-
can't do it. I can't
That's
do it
right.
in my head. I screw up.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just 150,
120, it's 156.
156 divided by 78.
Yeah. So I got my calculator.
You said 100, or you said 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's 2
That's
seconds.
2 seconds a
156
day, yeah.
2 seconds. I would like
That's
the
2
record
seconds
to
a day.
I would like the record to reflect that my 2 seconds came out before Ethan's 2
With
seconds.
a calculator.
So
And so
you wrote it down?
I don't know. Can you use a
Dude, I'm
calculator?
writing all this down, bro. I'm doing, this is hard math, okay?
I haven't done math that hard in a long time.
But then Kyle threw me off because he said 96 seconds.
I know.
And I was like,
I'm searching for
I
a
literally
96
left
somewhere.
left out 60 seconds that I
I
wasn't.
literally wrote down 96 and I was like, that doesn't look right. I'm like, that's way harder math. This has to be
Jake, I was
easy.
trying to sabotage you, Ethan, for you.
I
You're
see,
welcome.
I see how it is.
That's what I'm talking about. I
So
beat
it's
him
all
by
math questions?
no.
No, there are other questions. That's just the
Can we get like a
sample
if you
questions.
steal bread to feed your starving family,
That's,
right.
I don't think that's the type of question, is it?
have you really committed a crime?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. If we could,
That's
I know we're-
philosophical.
yeah, the response would be great though. I mean, if we could get like an actual Wonderlic test and then on the side we all just record it, giving it to each other, and then we overlay, like put all the videos together, all us answering the same questions.
Kyle, shut up, dude.
Hey,
Shut
dumbest,
up. I know you heard
dumbest
what I
person
heard.
gets penalized.
Kyle, shut up. Don't don't laugh at that, Kyle. Bro. Stop laughing, bro. Stop.
I wasn't laughing until
I don't even know what I missed.
you
Think-
said that you said you wanted us to record us giving it to each other.
Okay,
Stop, stop,
and
dude.
I'm the
Bro.
immature
Yeah,
one.
this is the level that we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's exactly why this is called discombobulated.
Brought it up.
I didn't even catch it.
Kyle, stop laughing at this. That's so immature of you. Oh man, I'm the one crying laughing.
Oh,
It's off the
my
rails.
abs hurt.
Whew.
You don't have abs.
They're hidden.
They're under there somewhere.
They're in there
Technically, we
somewhere,
all have abs.
but they're underdeveloped and hidden.
And the fat's got to hold on to something.
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
they're underdeveloped. My stomach is just developed over that.
It's more developed.
They're developed, but your stomach is overdeveloped. So
Yeah.
therefore,
Oh,
I got it. Okay, now I got it. All right.
Oh man.
So
What
much
were
for
you
the
talking
Wonderlic.
about, Jake?
Listening or
That's-
watching this right now and they're not laughing, this isn't the place for them.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make a
yeah.
whole lot of sense. But okay, that's what we're going to do in the future. I'll make sure I use the right words this time. We're
Right.
going to obtain a sample Wonderlic test. We are then going to proctor it to each other and then put together, rephrase. Taylor will then put together a video of us all answering the same questions to see who the smartest one is. The dumbest one on the team has to pay a penalty.
Hmm.
They got to do something.
I think we should do this when we're all together at the draft, and
Okay.
we'll record it. We'll all be in the same room, and I'll give you all the same test, right?
Yep.
And then loser buys dinner for sure.
I'm already making an excuse that I don't perform well with standardized testing.
Aren't you like a
Wrong
teacher?
crowd, Kyle. Wrong crowd.
Yeah,
Because our give a damn meter is on E. Like, we don't care.
Nobody
We just
cares.
don't want to finish last.
nobody cares.
Yeah.
I've got a 25 question practice test here, but we'll see what we come across.
You can send that to me after the show, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Jake's got to study for this.
I got to study for this.
Study guide.
Dude, I didn't
Yeah.
even study in school. You think I'm going to study out of school?
Oh, dude, I wouldn't even think about it.
I can count the times on my hand, on one hand, how many times I studied in high school. And I don't even, if it's past 2 or 3, shout out my best friend at the time in my grades, Eric Page. I copied a lot of his stuff.
You're just copying answers? Or
I
just
mean-
copying work?
Like work.
I'm
Yeah.
not a big busy work guy. Always
Mhm.
hated it.
Yeah,
I don't want an
he,
assignment just for points.
he was brilliant. I was not.
Just give me the test.
Yeah, well,
Give me
yeah,
the
that's
test.
just enough of the cut the chit chat, Chet. You know what I mean? Just give me the test.
No, I'm sick of writing papers. Just give me the
Yeah.
test.
Yeah.
Give me the content. Give me the test.
No, I'm on the same page for sure. So in high school, we know that Ethan was very mathletic.
He was athletic. He was a mathlete boy.
Thanks.
He got
Thanks,
his.
guys.
I want to see the
Sure.
Letterman jacket with your mathlete letter on it.
I told
yeah.
we went through this in the group chat, Jake. I didn't
Yeah, but
buy
the
a
group
Letterman
chat
jacket.
hasn't seen that. They don't
Bro,
tell the people. Where's
listen,
Kyle going?
I did have a class ring. That was a thing that happened.
Where's it at right now?
Kyle's getting his Letterman jacket for sure.
No, he's not.
Did it have like
For
a picture
sure.
of Pythagoras on the side of it or something?
Yeah, no.
I mean, Kyle does have his jerseys hanging up on his wall.
Yeah, from high school.
So
no, college. That was college.
I don't know if those
right?
were high school or college jerseys, but
I think they're college.
I mean, he played in college, but I don't know if those were
Yeah.
college jerseys or what. But so, I mean, I guess he's kind of holding on to the past a little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with like being proud of accomplishments that you had in high school, even as an adult. It's just, it becomes significantly less cool when I
Over
go back
time.
to the high school and I
Mhm.
open with that. They're not nearly as impressed as like the last time I talked at a high school. I busted out the button, bro. Way more street cred with the high school kids when you show the YouTube button.
Mhm.
They were like, you'd have thought that freaking Beyonce just walked in.
Yeah,
They were like,
they didn't care about your 3-year
What?
mathlete career.
Yeah.
and I'm like, I didn't even earn that button. I begged for it. Totally different. Okay.
I totally didn't do anything for it.
Totally did not deserve this button. Basically just demanded it from Jake after everybody else quit the show. And I was like, hey man, I'm the only one left without a button. This is kind of bullshit if you ask me. Like, I feel like I should have one. And he
And now
was
you
like,
take it and you parade it around your old high school.
now I literally brag about it like I'm the owner of the fantasy headliners.
Hey, if you lose the Wonderlick test, you have to put that in a gold chain around your neck, and you have to walk around your old high school campus and film yourself with it and get like reactions.
Like the thing,
The
like
button.
the button.
Yeah,
Can you even chain up the buttons?
dude,
I
you
don't even know
gotta
how I-
flavor flav that thing. You know what I mean? You gotta
Bruh.
find some way to attach
You
it,
know I'd be doing it.
dude. I want to see what I want
High
to see.
school
What
football game, you just see me walking around,
I want to see you like
crushing it.
walking the track with that as like around your neck.
crushing it, dude.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll make you
The
a
worst
t-shirt or
part
something.
about like getting older but still living where you grew up is that like I have a doctorate now, but people rarely call me Dr. Turner because they're just like, hey, I still remember you when you were a little kid and you were kind of a shithead. So
So I'm not gonna. Give
I'm
you
not
any,
calling you doctor. And I'm just
not
like,
doing it now.
that sucks. Like, that's no fun.
Well, that's kind of weird. So you're where you grew up.
Yes.
Taylor's where he grew up.
Yes.
I'm 3,000 miles away. I have no idea how far Kyle is, and we can't ask him because he just decided to go
He just-
find his old Letterman jacket or
Dude,
something.
he disappeared.
Maybe he had to poop. I don't know.
It's
Who knows?
He
He probably
literally
tried
just
to-
up and left.
he probably tried to put it on and then it didn't fit.
Yeah. What's
And-
that? Tommy Boy? Fat guy in
Yeah.
a little coat.
No, he's just in his house right now. Like freaking Frozone. Honey,
Where's my coat?
is the Letterman jacket?
He's going through every coat closet, every kid's bedroom right now. He's trying to find it.
I said it 4 times. You need to keep that baby out.
Or
He
not.
didn't find it.
He didn't find it.
He didn't find his jacket.
He came back
That's a shame.
empty-handed. That sucks.
That's
What
a
do you think I was
shame.
looking for?
Your Letterman
Well, we
jacket.
started
from
talking about
high
Letterman
school.
jackets, and you got up and just walked out.
You
Like
just
Kyle's
walked
totally
out,
going to get it right
My
now.
Letterman jacket's at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Is it on her wall?
No, it's hanging in the downstairs closet, I think.
He knows exactly where it is, though.
Yeah.
The only
That's
reason I know that is
impressive.
because when I was there a couple of months ago, I was getting something out of there for her and I saw it.
Very
Where
No,
did
nice.
I had
you-
to take my dog.
Not what
outside.
school, but what city was your high school in?
Mine.
Yes.
It's the same.
The same as where you live now?
No,
What's what I'm
You
wondering.
told me not that. You told me not to tell you the city, but
Okay, smartass. What's the name? Where was it? You missed the part of the conversation where Ethan was talking about how he's a big deal, but nobody thinks he's a big deal because he still lives in the place that he grows up, and everybody just remembers him as that snot-nosed kid.
Yeah.
Taylor lives in the same place he grew up. We're trying to find out about you.
Everybody loves me.
I went to high school in Three Rivers, Michigan.
Okay. So is
Yeah,
that
so
on the
high
north
school
or
and
south
one
side of
middle
8
school.
Mile?
That's not how Michigan works.
That's how it's the only way I know,
That's
baby.
That's how it
Detroit.
works.
It's,
Yeah,
very,
I mean,
it's southwest of 8 Mile. If that's
in
really
my
what you-
mind, 8 Mile is like the divider line, and it just
8
goes strictly
Mile
across the street.
starts, like at Canada, and
Have you
goes
been on 8 Mile?
all the way to the other side of the state.
Have you been down 8 Mile before looking for M?
No.
No. That's
Missed
what I would do.
opportunity.
But when you go into Detroit, depending on which way you go in, you drive like 8 Mile, like is above the freeway.
Whoa. The road's above the freeway?
Yeah, because all the roads that cross over, they have bridges that are over the freeway. So you drive under them.
It's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, we
Well,
got
it's
to go.
Detroit.
The weirdest thing you never driven under a bridge?
Not where the city was higher. I mean, not like a freeway.
Is this
No.
a
I'm
Cloud City?
confused.
Yeah, I mean, like I've gone like under an underpass, like where there's like a crossing street, but not to like where like I'm just completely under there.
No, are you thinking like a tunnel?
I mean, that's what you're explaining it, kind of like a tunnel.
No, it's like I said overpass. Did I not?
No,
You said it's
Never
just
said the word.
above.
you said
It's
above.
above.
And I'm like, how does
it's
that
an
work?
overpass.
Okay,
Well, technically, it'd be an underpass,
it'd
right?
be an underpass. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you go under
I'm so confused.
the street.
How does
Well,
that
this
compare to a
topic
hall
sucks.
pass?
Taylor, take us somewhere else. I don't
Yeah.
like where this is going.
Yeah, we don't care about 8 Mile anymore.
We're confused about architecture.
That's all we can think about.
We've tried to take the Wonderlic
Let's
and
place
solve
the-
archicture issues in the last 30 seconds.
Let's
For three
place the
people still listening,
over-under
I'm sorry.
of 4.5 minutes that I get a text saying the dog is barking.
All right, 4.5. I'll take over.
What did you just do?
This
That's
is the issue. So for those people that listen that might not know, we rescued a dog back at the beginning of the fall. And come to find out, he has heartworms. So heartworms, I never have dealt with this before. Apparently, when a dog gets them, it is a very long and complicated process to get rid of heartworms. So they have 3 shots they have to take. They're super painful shots. The dog has to take steroids throughout the 2
Dog getting
months
jacked.
to help the dog get through it. The dog also can have no activity whatsoever. The dog's heart rate cannot get up because if the heart starts to pump too hard and it pumps the dead worms out, it will clog the arteries and it will kill the dog. So the dog's essentially been on bed rest for the last 2 months. So I take him for small walks every day, barely, because he can't go that far and he can't run. And then because he's on steroids, he also eats and drinks twice as much. So the dude freaking pees constantly.
You know what we need to get you, Kyle?
A new dog?
I was just going to say a dog
That's
door.
terrible.
I was going with the dog door route.
I'm just kidding.
Do you have a fence in your backyard?
Do not. I can't have a fence. I'm not allowed to.
What, do you live in Nazi Germany? Like what? You're not allowed to have a fence?
It's because the way our house is built, it was built right directly on top of the easement. So the easement runs into our backyard and right up against our patio and then to the next house. So we can't have a fence because the city won't give us a permit to put a fence up because it goes over the top of the easement. So I've never been able to have a fence.
I think it's time to sell the house.
Oh, I would love to. I
Moved to
could
North
too.
Carolina.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
we
It's
can have
nice here.
fences here. We have fences.
I have a fence.
You want
I've
to hear?
seen Jake's backyard. It's mostly fence.
Yeah. You want to hear
You act
this
like I
something
haven't
crazy?
seen Jake's house before, considering I saw it before you and stayed longer.
Yeah, but I saw it better.
Taylor's seen it mostest. Mostest. Here's the thing. So in my backyard, we just put up a 4-foot high black chain link fence when we moved in because we want to keep our dogs in. Recently, we were like, you know what? We need to upgrade because the fence is kind of ugly. So we got we got pricing for fences. Does anyone want to guess? And I may have told.
You haven't told me, but I just priced fencing too because I was going
Okay.
to try and circumvent.
Okay, so don't say anything. I don't know if I told Taylor or not.
I also have a fencing story about pricing that may
Perfect. See, this is
help
where we're
me.
going here.
Yeah,
so
this is where we're
Okay,
going.
I also just bought a fence,
see, okay, here, perfect. So you've all seen my backyard, and
but I'm
you've
kind
all
of offended because mine is basically the same thing that you already have.
yeah, mine's torn by
You
the
said
dogs.
it was
though.
big and ugly, and so now I'm feeling kind of self-conscious.
No, I did not. I
about
said
my
I had to
yard.
upgrade.
You said
if
you said the current fence was ugly. That's what I bought.
Oh yeah, he's had it for 10 years.
Yeah, I've had it for almost 11 years.
It's okay.
Here's the thing, though.
So offended, but-
Here's the thing. I had them come out here and price to put up those, that vinyl fencing, like the solid vinyl fencing, 6 foot high for my backyard, exactly where I have fence now. Just take it out and replace it with the vinyl fencing. Does anyone want to guess the total quote I was given?
I would have to say, based on what I got, at least 8,000.
Okay.
So I think that's probably under because Jake's
under
yard
for
is
sure.
huge.
That's why
Okay.
I said at least 8,000.
Okay. Who's next?
And in the height of COVID, when there were supply chain issues and all kinds of other stuff that were causing prices to be different, I had a fencing company come out, and my yard is not as big as Jake's. I have seen both. And
Glad to know you have seen your backyard.
I'm familiar with it. And they were going, it's like 0.3 acres or something, not a very big lot at all, for a privacy fence just for my backyard, like coming up to like the middle of the house. 14.5.
Oh my God, it's way more expensive than here.
A
Then
wood fence.
Okay.
at least 16 then for Jake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with like 18.5.
Now, I will tell the rest of the story.
Since you're so rudely interrupted.
Oh, I didn't realize the story wasn't
it was
over.
good. It was a good ways to stop because then you're pricing high. But then I found a guy and his dad that came out and did a fantastic job of putting up my fence, and they charged me $4,000.
Okay.
With the materials and everything.
The materials were about $3,000, and they wanted $1,000 on top of for their work.
Their work. So what is your guess then for mine, Taylor?
My guess for your fence is going to be $12,000.
Okay. Kyle, yours was what? 16? I
16.
think you said 16. Ethan, what'd you say? 18.5?
I said
18.5,
18.5, but that's like with labor and everything.
With labor and everything, my quote, $24,000 for a fence. Can you guess who does not have a new fence at his house? Me.
Do you know how good your black fence looked?
Yeah,
And now
it
you got
looks
that quote.
Yeah.
Bro,
Really,
Dude,
I'd be
really.
like, dang.
And the
that
guy was like, hey, we're doing pretty good here. It's at 24,000. I about hung up on the dude. And then here's the thing. So he's like, it's okay. We have financing options. I'm like, let me hear him. I called the financing company that they gave me to, and they're like, no, dude, we don't finance fences that are that expensive. You got to put up some collateral if we're going to do that. And I'm like, no, not for a fence. You all can pound sand.
Listen, Jake, I'm not your financial advisor, but I would not advise financing a fence that you already own.
Yeah.
A fence.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
the difference is you got to remember I have to postpone payments until football season because I don't make anything in the off season hardly.
That's true.
So I'm just trying to postpone it enough to when we start making money again.
Here's my question. Why are you putting up one of the privacy fences when if one hurricane comes rolling through there, it's landing in that woods behind you?
First off, homeowners insurance. Second off, the whole reason I'm doing it to begin with is the neighbors that live behind us and to the side. They're not a part of our development.
Wait,
but
so if I'm standing on your deck looking straight back
to the left.
To the left.
Okay.
It's like this old house. They don't take care of their dogs. They just leave them in kennels outside. So they're constantly barking, which means our dogs are going to be constantly barking. They just let their dogs roam free at times, which totally sends Chubb into another dimension. So like we're trying to like minimize all this barking, but I can't pay $24,000 to stop some barking.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever, did you get a quote for like a different type of fence? Like what if you do a shadow box with like treated wood?
Well, they're supposed to come back this week and let us know what wood would be. Because I can't do 24,000. Who the hell can afford 24,000? You're a doctor, Ethan. Can you afford that?
No, because I think fencing is stupid.
Yeah.
But that's because I've already bought some fencing this weekend. So I've
Yeah,
already
this
gotten hit once. I'm not
really
really
nice black
talk about
chain
it.
link fence that I just bought.
It's not chain link. This is like legit kindling that we're just doing
Oh.
our whole backyard in.
Nice.
Kindling.
No, well, like it's like heavy duty steel.
It's like wrod iron or steel fence. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a legit steel
Yeah,
fence. It's 4
that's
feet.
nice.
It's 4 feet. It's not like you're like roll up chain link, but
Which is what mine is. And that's why I'm trying to get rid of it. So they're
I
different.
thought
So you
yours
got,
was black chain link.
it's black chain link. It's just chain link
Yes.
fencing. It's black.
This
That's
is
what
like
you just said.
iron
It's-
bars, bro. Like
Yeah,
this
I
is
don't
like
have
it looks
iron
like a
bars.
dog kennel, but it's
Yeah.
like they're panels, and we're just paneling the whole backyard.
No, see, that's nicer than what I
But
have.
like
right
my father-in-law also is like helping me install it all, so we're not paying for any labor or anything. So it wasn't nearly as bad. And my yard's not as big as Jake's. It's close, but it's not as big as Jake's.
now. Technically, though, it's not your yard.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're fencing
And
somebody else's
I'm
yard.
actually
Wait a
circumventing
second.
the permit rule by just not installing a permanent fence.
Did you just lecture me on not financing a fence? Yet here you are fencing in a lot that you don't even own.
Listen,
Are you
it's
going
not
to take the
permanent
fence
fence.
with you if you
Yeah, he can
move?
take.
Yeah,
why
we can
not?
just take it with us. It's not. It's
You're-
not
who
even.
takes down a fence?
It's not even staked in the ground, Jake.
Wait,
You just
what?
fold that. You just fold it up, bro.
So you surrounded your lot with a baby gate, is what you're saying.
Basically, a huge metal baby gate. It's
What?
it's dog kenneling.
I am so confused on what
No,
this
Kyle,
fencing
I've
is.
seen it
Make your
before.
own rules, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a fence if you don't dig any holes.
How does it stand up? Does it blow over?
We don't have
you
hurricanes
get like
there.
you can get like little posts that like hold it in the ground, and then like the actual dude, it's the physics of the corners hold it up.
Hold on, I
Corner
gotta Google it.
physics. Yeah, Google corner physics.
Fake ass cheap doctor fencing.
Yeah, cheap ass doctor fencing.
Look,
What?
my father-in-law welds. He's very good at this stuff. I'm telling you, the fencing is going to be fine. Like
What's
a
it
tornado would
called?
take it up, but like it's not like
Is it called a
We're not gonna be able
modular fence?
no, dude. It's called Master Paws Kenneling. You buy it at Menards. Do you have Menards,
Master Paws.
I only itch them.
Kyle? Shut up.
Master Paws kennel panels.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is what you're putting around your entire freaking yard?
Well, not the big stuff. They have 4 feet and they have 6 feet. We're using the 4 feet.
How?
You're gonna look like you're running a prison camp.
I don't care. It's going to keep the dog in. That's what matters.
That is what matters.
Dude,
It's
your
not for
neighbors are
aesthetics,
gonna
it's
walk
not my
out and see
house.
that. They're gonna be like, what in the world is going on back there?
I live in the middle of nowhere. They're
You don't
not
have
gonna
neighbors?
care. I mean, we have neighbors, but they're like our friends, bro. Like they don't care.
Dude, that's
Don't
gotta be
care.
expensive.
It wasn't too bad. About $2,000 ish with
Better
all the
than 24.
paneling. We're
It's
probably
way
looking
better
at
than
like,
24.
probably looking at like 150 worth of just like couplings to like hold them together, like screw them together. But
So
No, it's not
for as
bad.
much crap as I just gave you, that would actually probably be perfect for me to do like half my yard.
That's
in.
what he
Yeah.
said.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't even need a permit because it's not permanently staked in the ground. And we
Hmm.
probably wouldn't need a permit anyway because it's a town of 400 people. What are they going to say?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the fine? $50? Yeah, I'll just pay the fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You probably went to school with the guy that does all the stuff anyway.
They live
So-
across the street from me. It'll
Yeah,
be
they don't
fine.
care.
I've already asked the gal. Like,
He was in
and I
math.
asked the guy next to me that's lived here for 50 years, and he's like, I don't think you need a permit. It's like, all right, well, I guess I don't need a permit.
I don't want to spend my 24,000 now, that's for sure. But I can't do that either.
Oh no, it wouldn't solve your problem, Jake, because yours is more of a privacy issue, and this is more just I needed a way to let my dog outside.
Mhm.
We're actually what we're doing is we're kindling the backyard, and then we're putting a new door in because of course I rent, so I don't own this garage that we're using. And we're going to put kindling in the garage in the corner and then put a new door in with a dog door so my dog can just like stay outside at night
Mhm.
and just like go in and out as he pleases throughout the day.
How far do the stakes go into the ground?
Not crazy far. I feel like I've just
is
solved
my
Kyle's-
dog gonna knock this entire thing over?
No,
Or
man,
will-
we got my in-laws do the okay. So I'll have to ask my father-in-law to fix it for you, like to tell you what to get. But like, it's not. We're gonna have this thing up in a day. But they breed puppies, bro. Like they have big dogs running into this stuff, and it does not fold over at all. You'd be amazed.
Now, if you got
How
the-
does it handle wind?
He goes
I
through
mean,
it.
they
'cause
live
it's-
in the middle of a farm. Like there's
What
nothing
is that,
around
a
them.
wind?
Yeah. I mean, you're not
It's
going to
nothing
have
but
any
holes.
issues.
Well,
Yeah, so you go right through that bad boy.
But anyway, the reason I ask is because the way my development sits is like there's like the easement that runs in between these two rows of houses that the backs face each other out into this open field. It's like a freaking wind tunnel.
This would
2
be
years
fun.
ago, I had to chase my trampoline down off somebody's roof, and it was
Dude, the panels are
stinking.
heavy. These are like steel, solid steel panels.
Making sure.
A trampoline is also just kind of like a sail.
Yeah.
Basically, turn
But
sideways.
it was like
basically
those
like a boat
gigantic metal rebarb like
Oh, yeah.
skates. It's ripped all those up.
I mean, we haven't installed it yet, so I'll have to give you the updates on like what.
Can
piece-
we
Dude,
come? Can we stop by?
Can you video this process?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Probably.
whole thing.
Take lots of
I'm very
pictures.
afraid. My father-in-law is like one of those guys that just like he might have this done before I get home from work one day.
You're not worried about it. That's what you're hoping for. Shut up.
Did
He
you
might
look in
just
your
show up
backyard?
and do
Oh
it.
my
like-
God. I am so sorry that you
I mean,
got
I
done
wouldn't be
already.
opposed, but I would
Oh
still
man, I got
feel
stuck at
bad,
the
bro.
clinic
Like,
for an extra hour and a half. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, I would feel bad. I don't want him to have to do that stuff. He just is that type of dude.
Mm.
What if he, once he finishes putting it up, he says, okay, I've done the fence.
Yeah.
But now you have to wrestle me like a man
Inside the fence.
inside the
Well,
fence, cage
yeah.
match style.
Cage match, yeah.
Have you guys
Like-
ever seen the movie Hot Rod?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. That's the exact picture I have in my mind.
That's immediately what came to my mind.
I
I
mean,
mean-
Ethan lives in a small enough city that that's possible.
Look, the thing is I think my father-in-law is physically probably as strong or stronger than me. My wife would tell you he's definitely stronger than me, but I do have like 150 pounds on him. So, and I'm a little bit taller. So like, if we had a true, it
Wait,
depends
you're
on
taller?
what
So
we
is he
scruff
like, how short is this guy? If you're taller.
Well, I'm 6 foot, bro. Like a lot of people
No,
are
you're
6
not.
foot. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
With like
With heels
shoes
on.
that have like
No,
really
dude,
high
5'11"
like
and 3/4
arthritis pads
minimum.
in the bottom of them.
I'm right at 6 foot.
Get a
Always
tape
have
measure.
Man, this is great because I just learned that I'm 6'3.5".
been. You are not
And
taller
I
than me.
did not
bro.
know that.
You
Taylor is taller than you.
I'm-
What are you
No, he is
talking
not.
about?
I am 100% taller than you.
Yeah, he
I
is.
Not
don't
by
believe
much.
that.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, yeah, no.
bro,
Ethan's
we
the
are
short
going
guy.
back to back at the draft. I swear
That's
on my
fine.
life.
He is
I-
noticeably taller than you
I
are.
claim
That is
5'11"
not
all
true.
day.
What are you gonna do if he is?
I'd be like, oh man, I guess I'm the shortest guy on the team. Like I wouldn't be devastated,
Yeah,
but
I'm,
like
I'm
I'd
taking
be
your fence if you're shorter than me.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
battle for
taking
the
the
fence.
taking your
Winner
fence.
gets the fence.
I'm taking your fence. No, like my father's like he's like 5'8". Like he's not a small dude, but he's
So you're like the same size as him.
I am not 5'8".
I like how you get like so defensive about you not being 5'8", but it's like it's cool for your father-in-law. It's
Yeah,
like
it's cool that he's
anytime
5'8",
you,
but no
he's
way
a
near
cool
you.
anytime you
dude,
talk about
like-
it, it's like no, he's like perfectly a fine height. Like that's a
Isn't he like a
perfect
farmer or something?
Yeah.
Dude, 100% he's stronger than you.
Farmers,
he-
I said he probably
Yeah,
was.
farmers got weird strength. Like
Mhm.
I don't know if it's from like slinging hay bales or what, but they got like
It's 100% that.
whatever it is. They got
Putting
some
up
crazy
fence.
strength.
We're just
put a
just
fences.
moving all day. They just
Yeah.
I mean, this guy picks up like full, like we're talking about 5-foot panel gates. He installs like the huge cattle gates and just like picks them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next time you see your father-in-law, will you just stand back to back to him real quick? Just let us know.
Just snap a quick picture, selfie mode. You know what I mean?
Ask your
Yes.
wife to send us
Just real
just a
quick.
quick pic.
Yeah.
Actually,
Use
don't
that-
even know. Just be like, hey, the boys are just, wanting to see what your father looks like. Can you get a quick pic here with
He
me
doesn't take photos, so
and him next
you'd
to
be
each
hard
other?
pressed to get that photo.
He doesn't take pictures with you.
He doesn't take pictures. You have to like sneak a photo of him if you want.
So he's like a
Very-
ninja.
I mean, this is a very
just-
good
he didn't
argument
like
for
it.
someone who doesn't want us to know that he's shorter than his father-in-law.
Yeah, it tracks.
I'm definitely not shorter than my father-in-law, but that's fine.
But he's 100% kicking your ass in that cage match.
100%.
He probably
You have
would. That's
no
what I
shot.
said.
You have no shot. I would have to
So
agree.
tonight we've learned that Ethan couldn't beat us in any combine drills.
Except the Wonderlick.
No.
We thought he could beat us in the Wonderlick, but Jake still outperformed him on the quick prep
With
test that we
a
had.
calculator.
And his father-in-law is going to dominate him in a cage match.
But he was
in this,
the eighth
in this
best
kennel
mathlete.
thingy that you've got
He's a
going up in
mathlete.
your yard.
This has been a
It's
tough
gonna
show
look
for
good.
Ethan. I tell you what.
It's gonna look good. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm trying to see if you're allowed to use a calculator on the Wonderlick.
Ethan's gonna get this thing up and he's gonna look at it and he's gonna be like, oh damn, I made a bad choice.
Damn, it says calculators are not allowed. I'm screwed.
You get pen and paper though, right? Pencil and paper.
Yeah.
From everything that I've saw in the brief search, there's no questions in there that are like complex math.
No, they're just like,
How do I need to use the functionality keys on my
yeah.
yeah.
Get your
on my
TI
Texas
89 in there.
Instruments TI 89?
Start graphing plots. Something like that.
And I had a calculator. I think it was the 89, and you could actually like download like Snake, like the old
Games,
like
yes,
yeah,
you could.
games
Yeah.
and stuff.
You're playing that.
Mine
all
had
the
baseball
time.
on it.
Did anybody have the
Baseball.
calculator watch?
I still have the calculator watch, bro.
I was gonna say,
Come on. That thing's cool. Are you kidding me?
I guess I
Dude,
kind of have a calculator.
Those Casio
watch.
watches with the,
No, the
with the
original
calculators,
ones,
like
yeah.
those are like high fashion.
Yeah.
the only people that think they're cool though are people who are 5'8" or under. So
And mathletes.
God, dude. Not 5'8".
athletes.
What's your license say? What's your license say? I'll tell you where. Pull
I
it
don't
out.
have it with me. 6 foot.
yeah.
I can already tell you it's 6 foot.
Yeah.
But you
I-
can lie on that
Yeah,
stuff.
I told him 6'2" just to gain an inch.
I'm like very concerned that like maybe now I'm like questioning myself, like, shit, is Taylor actually taller than me?
Oh,
Like,
Taylor's definitely taller than you.
yeah,
Like, that's
Taylor
not a
was
joke.
taller than you for sure.
I don't believe that.
I'd put money on it.
For sure.
I
we
need
have
to
a-
see like a photo
We
of
have
us
to have
next
a
I'm
photo
each
of
looking
it
right
somewhere.
now. There's a photo from not last year in Canton.
All
but
of
the
us
year
in the wall.
before.
I'm
Yeah,
standing in front of the wall.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to pull it up here.
Hey, we got it. We'll have it somewhere in there. Yeah.
Bro,
My internet.
I'm looking this photo up. Like
We're gonna find it right
your
now.
life is
I
going to
got photos
crumble.
of my wife took photos of us. When
You
we
That's
were-
all. That
An
sounds
answer.
weird. That's kind of awkward to say. Like
No,
my wife
like
just
when we
snapped
were in-
pictures
when
of
we were
all
in
you
Canton
dudes.
this year. She took some photos.
Is
They
she making a
exist.
hit list? Who does she say who her favorite is yet?
Of who?
I mean, we know it's Taylor, but does she say that verbally?
oh, she for sure likes Taylor the most.
But does she
Like,
verbally admit to that? Or is
Yeah.
it just like
Oh,
a given?
yeah.
Me.
It's
Yeah.
definitely not you.
It's basically anyone but Kyle.
Yeah, she,
She was
did
even
not
like,
me.
Mack's all right. And I'm like, you stay away from Mack.
I saw Mac at the store the other day. I was walking out to the parking lot and I saw him getting in his car. I walked up to him and scared the bejesus out of him. He thought he was being held up for a second.
Is Mack ever going to come to the podcast or?
If Mac can finish moving in, that would be a big help to
That
him.
would be huge.
The problem
for
is
us.
Mac has got older balls than I do. Mac is, even though his Tinder says he's like 34, that is not the case. So I think he moves a little slower, you know what I mean? But he's getting it done. He's getting it done slowly. Everybody is diligently.
I
For
found a
those-
picture of us out on the field.
For those of us that can't see the video version of this show, which yes, there's a video version
Look,
on YouTube.
I got a picture of us all together, bro. And let me tell you,
That angle.
That's a downward angle.
That's
That
a
Yeah,
doesn't-
downward
that doesn't
angle.
count.
That
I've
doesn't
been
Listen
looking
here,
just as
downward
tall as
dog.
Mack
That
in
doesn't
this
count.
photo.
Don't
I'm
even
easily
use
6'3".
it.
I'm
Don't
usually 6'3".
even use it.
Everybody diligently looking for a photo.
I'm putting it in the Twitter chat.
Oh
right
god,
now.
he found one. He's already found it and he's putting it in the chat. He's already found it.
All right.
Ethan
That is
100
closer than I expected it to be. I'm not going to lie. You might
Even
be taller
Kane is
than me.
taller than you.
I just want to point out the chin level because I'm
Dude, the
I'm
chin
wearing
level is like head. It's like
That means nothing. I have
No,
a
no, no.
huge head.
No. I'm wearing a hat.
dude. Taylor's got you by at least an inch.
I've gained so much weight since that picture. Holy crap.
No comment. Anyway,
Moving on. Ethan over there
but no.
zooming in.
Dude, I'm telling you right there. Taylor's
All right, it might be
got
closer
you.
than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. How tall are you?
She's 5'11".
I told you,
Measured.
I claim 5'11" all day long.
All right, I might be close. We were probably close then.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, so maybe I'm like 5'10".
For some reason in my head, I don't know if it's just because Taylor is the least heavy of the members of the team, but in my head, I'm just way taller than him. But I looked at that photo, and you're right. I think you might be close.
Can we have a fat boy conversation for a second?
Absolutely.
I'm always in every conversation I have is a fat boy conversation.
Now I
Shout
know
out to the
this
Fat Boy Club.
this isn't a problem that Taylor has to, live with on a day-to-day life right now. But has anyone noticed, like, when you go to stores nowadays, there is like nothing over an extra large, like, anywhere. Like, where's all the fat boy sizes at these days?
Because they make stores for us now.
They do? Like what?
You have your own
Yeah,
place.
like DXL and
DXL.
like.
Never heard of it.
Men's
Well,
Warehouse.
it's because you don't buy fancy stuff, Jake.
Dude, I went to like every store in my town the other day, and
You have to order offline.
Yeah.
that's
you
probably
go
what you
online,
have to
they've
do.
got
Like, you go to
everything.
the store, like, everything is extra large, and that's it. And none of us, well, four of the 5 of us ain't fitting in an extra large. That ain't happening.
No, I
I
haven't
did
seen
think
an extra large since I was like in 7th grade.
we did get this. I can't show it on. Well, maybe I can, because by the time this airs, it won't matter. But like, this is a large shirt for Taylor. I thought about trying it on just to see what happened.
Please do. I could.
Exploding out of it.
It would be a belly shirt, but yeah, it's so irritating. You can't find anything. Like, I wasn't even finding like 2XLs, and like there was just nothing other than extra larges and lower. Tons of smalls.
I can find 2XLs occasionally, but I'm not gonna lie. I've really gotten into just extra long anything that's a shirt.
Because you're so tall.
No, just because I feel like they fit better.
Oh, okay.
Like they fit better on me. Like tall shirts fit. I feel better when I'm wearing tall shirts.
I agree. If it's a tall size, I can wear a one size smaller if it's tall.
I don't wear t-shirts.
I don't not wear t-shirts. I mean, this is technically like a long sleeve shirt, but it's not like t-shirt material. But yeah,
I have a pullover on all the time. Sweatshirt.
Is it
What about
because
when
you're sweating a lot, or
so when
Well,
it's
that's
95
common.
degrees outside?
I have short sleeve hoodies.
So it's like basically if there's not a hood attached to it, you ain't wearing it.
No, I've got some other things too, like some of those like baseball like pullovers that I wear too.
Mm-hmm.
How is our very own Bill Belichick?
Yeah. He's
Why?
always got the vest / pullover hoodie
Yeah.
on.
Did you
Kyle-
ask me why?
yeah, just like what is that?
I
An
just-
intentional fashion choice, or
I don't like my clothes like feeling constricted on me. I like baggy.
you just like
clothes.
baggy stuff? Yeah,
Yeah,
dig
that's why I
that.
wear it. And I'll get like, people will be like, I won't name any names, but certain people will ridicule me and be like, it's 90 degrees out. You're wearing something with a hood on it. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not sweating and I feel comfortable. So who cares?
That sounds
I'm
like
past
something
that point in
Jake
my
said.
life where I care what somebody else thinks about me. I'm like, you know what? If I feel comfortable, I'm fine.
I don't think
fine.
I've ever said that. I don't think I've ever said that.
Fine.
No, you've never said that.
I mean,
I
I
didn't
almost
know.
just
I
said it
just-
a minute ago.
Whatever.
But my wording was a little
It
different.
was
So
a
I think I'm
little
off the
he
hook.
said 95 degrees. I think.
Yeah. I was just curious if it was 95 and you were outside, would you still have a sweatshirt on?
Yeah, a sweatshirt. It wouldn't be long sleeves. It'd be short sleeves.
Yeah.
Or I have other different pullovers that I wear too.
I packed everything that's considered somewhat a pullover or sweatshirt into my bag for Indianapolis. All of it.
It's gonna be cold.
I'm gonna have to pack more.
I don't have
Sweatshirts.
a winter jacket though.
Eh.
No, I don't have anything other than hoodies. Like, that's it.
I mean, it depends on how nice your hoodies are.
I mean, they're like Under Armour. They're just like, I think I pretty much own the one that Kyle's. I think that's right now in my
That's a
bag. If
different
I'm
one.
being honest,
It's a different one.
is it? But it's
It's
close.
the one with the big logo on it.
Oh yeah, something. Yeah, but it's something similar to that. They're Under Armour hoodies. I lie. Okay, I have a winter jacket. I took it from my last job, but technically it was mine, so I was allowed to take it. So, but it has like my old company's like embroidered stuff on it, so it's not like something I want to wear all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ethan, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah. What's that, man?
And
Are
you
you
know,
gonna
make
like
fun of
me?
email signatures and stuff like that. I'm sure
you
you
saying?
probably have like your credentials in there, correct?
Yeah. For my emails.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. So what does it say after your name?
For which email? I have 3 emails that I use pretty regularly.
Must be
I have
Like
my
your
work email, I have my
professional email.
fantasy football email, and then I have my like personal
Your
email.
professional email.
My professional, like my work email,
Yes.
it
Jeez
just
Louise.
has the info for my clinics on it. It's
no,
just like
you
my
have.
name.
Do you have your credentials after your name?
Yeah,
Does it say
it says
PT?
Dr. Ethan Turner, PT, DPT.
Okay. If you were to earn a master's, would you also toss that master's up there, or do you
No.
always put your highest one?
No, I think there's actually an order that you have to put them
I'm
in.
pretty sure there is. Yeah.
I think you put the doctorate first, and I think you can add the MBA afterwards.
Who does?
Or
though?
it could be opposite, but I
I
don't
can
know
tell you
that
who's
for a
not
fact.
gonna
But
have
I
that
do think
problem.
there's like a specific order that they have to go in.
Okay, I was just wondering.
So like with PT, DPT, so like PT means I'm a licensed physical therapist.
And that
the
you have a doctor.
and the DPT is that I have a doctor is
The
my actual
DPT stands for
degree.
the double pennant. No, so that's not what it stands for.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
I didn't know.
Pretty much.
So
But
that's what I
some
always thought it was.
PTs won't put the doctor in front and the DPT in the back.
Whoa,
I think that's
be
stupid.
careful. Be careful. Be careful. Why are you asking that, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I was
Like,
just
it's just my
I can't
stuff.
I can't say on here, but there's a certain somebody out there that has a medical degree that I've realized as of recent also decided to toss the MBA on the end of it. I'm like, why? Like, you just want to make yourself look smarter?
I don't know.
But-
I mean,
But does having an MBA make you smarter?
No, it doesn't. That's why I'm saying that. Are you trying to make yourself look smarter?
I mean, let's just for an example, let's just take our group of friends. The 2 smartest people here are the ones without college degrees.
that's not entirely true. We all have our separate
Me and Taylor
strengths.
are like, yep.
We all have our separate strengths.
I
Yeah.
had to.
I don't even know how to
throw it in
record off of Zoom. So
there. Exactly. I got to use a calculator. You know,
I
get
am
by.
so smart. This isn't even recording. Joke's on you, Jake.
Joke's on you guys.
oh,
That's
I mean,
funny.
I think that the way we measure intelligence is kind of subjective in like the world of academics for sure. Like, I mean, I was good at school, but that doesn't mean that I'm like crazy smart with like cars. Like if I look in a car engine, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know what any of this is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it works. Like
you
I
change
look
a
like a
tire?
total idiot. And so when I roll into a mechanic shop, like that guy is a genius to me because I'm like, I'm an idiot. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I can change a tire, but I can't
Okay.
like couldn't work on an engine.
Can you
I
change
don't
your battery?
believe it. In Kansas
Yeah.
City, I want you to change a tire.
I'm not going to change a tire. That sounds so horrible.
What
Can
if
you
you
walk
have
us through the
to?
process
If-
of how you do
If
it?
I
Listen,
had
if
to,
we
you
get
w-
to Kansas City,
You got to
if we
jack
get
the
to
tire.
Kansas
First,
City,
you got to get the tire out
and
of
you're
the back,
shorter than
and then you
Taylor,
gotta
you have
jack
to
the
change a tire.
If we have to change a tire, I will. But it's not a hard process.
No, it's
Changing
not. That's why
tires
I
is
don't think
easy.
you can.
Do you
Can
ever do
change
oil
your own
changes?
oil?
I can, but it's around here. It's the same price to change your own oil as it is to just take it in.
I can, but I will never. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say I'll never do it, but
It's
I'm-
like $30 to get your oil changed
And you
here.
replace your brakes.
Yeah, I can replace my own brakes.
but I'm not going to.
I mean, I can't. Like, how often do you have to change your brakes in your? Maybe twice. Like, I actually probably do need to change my brakes
He's
before we
like,
go on
"I'm thinking
vacation.
about
this
probably
year,
need a
but-
new brake."
This man just said twice. Like, okay, that answer is bad no matter what, because you either mean twice a year, which is way too much, or you mean twice in the lifespan of a car, which is probably way too few.
Well, I'm just saying, like, okay, I haven't had a car.
He's only
enough
been driving for 2
times.
years.
Like the first car I only had for a year. The second car I did change the brakes on, but the brakes were changed before I bought it. So I didn't have to change them until like year 6. And the most recent car I bought had the brakes changed on it. Like I've only owned 3 cars.
Man, I've owned 3 cars in like the last year and a half.
That's not true.
If I include Amber's car, sure it is.
Well, I wasn't talking about
Amber's
hers.
gone through. She's gone through 3 Jeeps.
I was talking
That's
about
too many
yours.
Jeeps, Jake.
Well, Jeep happens. You know what I mean?
Mama gets what mama wants.
You know what I mean? You just gotta. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I feel like
I just
I'm
bought
due
a
for a
car
new
last week.
vehicle.
You think what?
I feel like I'm due for a new vehicle.
You just got a new vehicle like 2 years ago.
Here's the thing, though. I have myself not picked out a vehicle that I've wanted in a very
Oh,
long time.
Dude,
Oh,
let's
goodness.
do it this weekend.
So this is how it's gone down. When I got ready to leave for college
I bought my car in Indianapolis
The sign.
in Indianapolis, why'd you go to Indy?
because I was looking for a very specific car and they had it. And it was a used car from 2016 that I bought in 2020 that had less than 25,000 miles on it. It was awesome. It was a great deal.
You
Then I went to
doubled that
Carmel,
just
which is like
driving
one of the
back home
richest
with it.
neighborhoods. Carmel, Indiana, which is like one of the richest neighborhoods in Indiana.
It
like
is
in Indiana.
Carmel is the richest city in the. Well, no, Fishers might be above.
It's up
Carmel
there.
now.
It's up there. But the thing is when you're buying a 2016 Mazda, they're like, what is this trash? Because it was on a lot full of like Lexus and Mercedes and Escalades. And then it's like, and here is your 2016 Mazda CX-5.
So they were
And I'm
begging
like,
you to take it, is what they were saying.
basically,
Mhm.
they literally, so I'm talking to the lady on the phone. I'm like, hey, is the Mazda still there? Like, I'd like to drive over there this weekend and look at it and, buy it. What's the out of door price? I'm not driving to Indianapolis if I find out that it's like way over what you're asking. And they're like, the Mazda CX-5? And I'm like, yeah, I would like that car. And they're like, oh yeah.
They're like, why?
I'm like, do you want to put a hold on it for $500? I'm like, no, like if you guys sell it, like just call me and I just won't drive over there. And the lady on the phone's like, yeah, we're probably not going to sell this one. Like on the phone. And it was like a really nice used car, but oh well. Yeah,
This is how
we're
my
probably not
car
gonna sell
buying
this.
has been as an adult. So when I graduated high school, my dad went like halvesies on me or with me on a
Whoa.
This
Papa
just took a
Rich coming
turn.
in strong.
And he bought you a car to keep
Goodness.
quiet or what?
You have he's on you. Wow.
No, he got me a car because he was like, I've been paying child support for you. I might as well put it towards a car. So he ended up getting me a car. And then so I got to pick that out, which I got like a yellow Monte Carlo. It was badass. I loved it.
I had a
It
Monte
was-
Carlo.
Yes. So I got that and
I
I
did
had that until we found out that we were expecting. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to trade this in. So we ended up trading it in and my wife got to pick that vehicle out and she wanted a Ford Edge. So she picked out a Ford Edge. Well, her vehicle at the time was like a 2003 Dodge Neon. So your boy got stuck driving this damn Neon for several years because, of course, she gets the Edge. All right.
Yeah,
So
Mama drives the new car.
So then, yes. So then she needed a new car for work because she was driving so much. So then she went and picked out like a Chevy Cruze. So then I thank God didn't have to drive the Neon anymore. But then I got stuck in the old Edge while she got the new Cruze.
Yeah.
And then when the next purchase came up, I was like, all right, I'm making this purchase because I'm driving it because you have to keep your car because you drive so much. We're not buying a car for you to waste a bunch of gas. I really wanted one of those Jeep trucks.
Gladiators, right?
Yep,
Is that what they're called?
Gladiators.
And
Yep.
it wasn't even on the table for consideration.
Yeah, no, you got
Dude.
nixed.
She
That
called
was a great
Volkswagen.
analogy for just marriage in
She
general.
found
Anybody
out if there was
listening.
an Atlas there, and she said, "This is what we're getting. If we get a new car, we're getting an Atlas."
Kyle, we've talked about you flying here before the draft, since all the flights come through here anyway. I am such good friends with the owners of the Dodge Jeep dealership.
They'd have to take her Cruze as a trade-in.
Well, you'd have to have the damn thing here.
I could. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to drive it down there.
Road
I
trip.
won't own anything Chevy ever again. I've had nothing but issues with them.
Dude, I could get you a killer deal on a Gladiator. I've bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I've bought 5 cars from them. Like the
You're
last.
still going with Bolton.
Is it not a word?
It's
bought.
I don't think boughten is a word.
Well, it is now.
Oh my God, Ethan's face. Ethan judged you so hard while you were talking.
Ethan
man.
had to-
Listen, there's only
Ethan-
one person on the show that said he's the smartest person here, and he just used the word boughten twice correctly.
And it's actually in the dictionary.
But just because it's in the dictionary doesn't mean that's the correct way to say it.
right.
How would you use boughten?
I don't know.
Yeah. What does it say?
Her first store-bought doll was like the example of it.
Store bought.
Boughten. Have bought?
Store bought.
Bought rather than homemade. I didn't make none of those damn vehicles myself at home.
Boughten?
I bought them, therefore I bought them.
I've been
Listen.
I'm
I'm smarter than you think. Okay.
I've been boughten cars.
You guys totally glazed over the fact that I was trying to make anyway. I've bought so many vehicles there. That we
I
can
would
get
be
a grip.
down for it, but listen, my credit score right now is super high, and I really don't want to ruin that.
Yo,
What does that?
I just
what does
That's
that
the
thing?
whitest thing I've ever heard, Kyle.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really proud of my high credit score.
Dude,
It's
what
is it?
815
Dude, my
right
credit
now.
score
Thank
is
you very
What is
much.
it?
off the chain.
815.
bro.
815 is what you said?
815.
Nice. Mine was 790 last week. We just bought a car.
Why is that going to drop your credit score that much?
Because if I take out a new loan, it
Your
will
line
hurt
of credit.
my credit history. Like my
Yeah, but it's not
credit
going to
lane.
like tank it.
It could for a while. I mean, after I like start
It's
paying
gonna
it
hit
off,
you to
and
like
stuff, it's
8.
better.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
like,
going to drop at 10 or 15 points probably, but
it won't
not
be
like,
like 100 points.
yeah, you're not going to be like a 400.
But I fought for so long to get over it. Like literally, like Credit Karma would
Fought.
tease me. I would get to like 790, 795, and then I would bought in something. And then it would
Done
knock
boughten it.
Credit scores are like the most ridiculous thing ever to try and understand, because like I paid off something and
Credit score goes down when you pay stuff off.
yeah, but I didn't want to keep it open any longer. I didn't close it. I just paid it off.
I wouldn't know because I don't ever plan on buying a car with credit ever again. So
I didn't buy
I
a
got
car with
screwed
credit.
the
It was
first
something
time.
else.
Just suck it up and get a car with credit.
Yeah.
I'm not
This is
doing
going to
it.
be another car payment though. So can I get a raise?
Ethan's like, he has a point. Ethan's also like, wait a second. If
He's
Kyle
just
gets a
telling him to
raise,
buy the car.
Listen, can we just get like the fancy headliners wrap on it and we'll just write it off?
well, here's
write
the
that
deal.
baby off.
Okay, so
Marketing
here's the
expense.
deal. All right, since most of the team is here, I've already been trying to find like what is going to be like the company write-off for the year, because I have to write something off every year,
Yeah.
because otherwise I just give it away to the federal government.
Yeah, you could buy me some new stuff, Jake. I kept telling you, dude, you could buy my computer for my birthday.
But then what are you going to do with all your birthday money?
I'm gonna buy something else.
Bought something
Buy
else.
something else.
I'll be boughting something else.
Buy something else. You guys are just so jealous that you didn't
Go
think of the
boughting
word
some
boughten.
Jeeps.
Yeah.
like bought in some Jeeps.
But yes, like but I don't know if I want that anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
What else would you rather have?
I don't know. I do like the new Broncos.
Mine's currently 793.
Those
New
are pretty
Broncos
sick.
sick.
Ooh, I do like the new Broncos a lot.
The only thing I like the Broncos a lot. They are crazy overpriced.
I was gonna say I think
Like
they're
they jacked up those prices a lot. But they are cool.
One thing too, though, because it used to be I was driving to work every day and I don't. So the money I used to have to spend on gas, I wouldn't. So then my wife could just take the Atlas and I can get my new vehicle.
You know, I have a friend that just bought his third Dodge
Bought or
Caravan. Boughten.
I
His
will
third.
not buy a van.
No
way.
But listen. You can make $1,000 a week. And this is in Nashville, Tennessee. $1,000 a week renting that van out. So he has 3 of them, making $3,000 a week just for people that come into town and rent his car.
People are
And that's
having
paying-
sex in the back of that vehicle.
That's paying for the Tesla that he drives.
Yeah.
I won't buy a Tesla. I got into this with my son the other day because he's like Tesla crazy. Like he wants one.
There's only
Anytime.
one way I'd buy one. The tax break. You get it's $7,500.
For just Tesla or any
electric
I don't
vehicle.
know.
I think any full electric.
I was literally on Tesla's website last night building cars.
See, I don't want a Tesla because I don't know. I just don't.
Dude, we got solar panels on our house just so I could have a tax break.
I would, if I'm going to buy an electric vehicle, I'm going to buy it like an electric vehicle from a different company. I'm not going with Tesla.
I think the Rivian is sick.
Yeah, but doesn't the
We'll make
Rivian have a
those
ton of
north of us.
problems?
I said it
Yes.
looks sick.
That new
Oh,
electric Hummer is pretty badass, I think.
Yeah, but that thing's like $100,000.
I know. Well, I'm just saying.
You just want
I'm
to
not saying
drive it
that
like
was
you're doing
gonna
Call
be
of
the
Duty.
car.
Yeah.
It is the best car in Warzone for sure.
Yeah,
Though.
there you go.
I don't know if it's just the Midwest small town guy in me, but I have no desire to get an electric vehicle whatsoever. I want no part of them.
Dude,
I only know of like
because here's the
one
thing.
like charging dock in my area.
Like that would be a problem for me too. Like it's charge it at home or you don't charge it. That would be definitely an issue.
God,
But
you're
like
so
the other
clueless.
problem that I have is like, to me, it's just like a cell. Like the only reason they're pushing them so hard, it has nothing to do with the environment. None of these huge companies care about the environment. We need to just quit pretending that they do.
Yeah, that's not the case.
The goal is to sell more cars, which means they
Yes.
know that if they get you an electric vehicle, it's just like a cell phone where they are going to be able to freaking shut that thing down whenever they choose. The batteries are going to go bad and they're going to be like, hey, you could get a new battery, but it's going to cost you 15 grand to replace it. So why don't you just buy a new car? And then you're just
That's
stuck
some
buying
like
a new car every 8
diabolical
years.
shit right there, and I've never thought about that before.
It's
it's
the
true.
idea. It's the same thing with your computers or really anything like that's electronic, is that their goal is to make you buy more cars. So they wouldn't do it if they didn't think that they could sell you more cars by
Like
doing
your
it.
cell phone.
I don't know if I would want to be reliant on it. But if I had one, I would be okay with it.
It
But
would
I
be-
wouldn't want it to be like my only option ever.
Are
I
these
feel
not
like 50
out yet?
years from now, it makes sense when we can charge them in like 2 minutes instead of 45 or 30.
Yeah.
But I just like where I live, there's no way you would not be able, it wouldn't work. Like I couldn't go on a road trip with one. That would be exhausting. And they're like, well, you can just sit and watch movies. No, I could drive another like 100 miles
I'm going to look in your town right now.
in my town.
Yeah, even though I have no idea where your town is at in the
I'm sure
grand
there's-
scheme of the
There's
entire.
plenty around.
Like, what cities are you by? Like, where do I?
I mean,
if I'm in,
Springfield's probably the closest.
Okay,
Like,
so I was-
city. Springfield is Champaign, where the U of I is, University of Illinois.
okay, so
And they'll have some up there, but I don't live near those places.
technically, there is only one Tesla supercharger between St. Louis and Peoria.
Yeah.
You
That's a 4.5
literally live,
hour drive for anyone who doesn't know the like
you literally live in the
or 4 hours.
sticks.
It's about a 4 hour drive.
Ethan's literally going to be pushing his car to
Yeah.
the limit every time he leaves the house.
Now, do you see any Teslas around where you live?
No.
That's probably, yeah.
No. I mean, but like you would have to charge this at home is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't go like I couldn't go to Decatur, which is about 45 minutes away from here, and like use a Tesla there. I would have to drive it there and drive back, which I could do. Like the mileage, it doesn't like it would be fine as like a commuter car, but I wouldn't be able to go like drive for 2 hours and charge. I'd have to drive for 2 hours just to get to a place where I could charge it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really make any sense. I could maybe get with like the ones where you can charge it at home, but it still uses gas.
Yeah, like a hybrid.
Like more hybridy where, you know, it gets you better gas mileage, but I feel like you could just drive a car that gets good gas mileage at that point.
the Hummer truck, 79,000.
Yeah, that's probably it's
Well,
like
that's a basic package.
Yeah, it's like the steering wheel and a gas pedal, and it's probably got roll up windows.
Yeah.
Electric pedal, Jake. Come on.
Whatever.
It's all electric, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
they're going to put electric windows in
Except
it
for the hand
sure.
cranks for the windows. No,
Now,
Great.
I don't know if they do that anymore. To be
they do
like,
they do in Jeeps.
even on the low, like on the lowest level, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because
the
I,
lowest
That's
level
probably for
Jeeps
the
they do.
nostalgia.
yeah,
I think it's probably what most.
Yeah,
what it is.
Jeep owners like that old school feel.
yeah.
Not
Is
this
there a
Jeep
tape
owners.
deck in it too?
Like Amber had to have one that had a push button removable top on it because we didn't want to take the panels off of it. So now you just push a button and the whole top retracts back.
It's nice.
So it's a convertible? Like
The
Yeah.
entire top of it like just folds back.
Perfect.
I think we've used it 4 times, maybe. I don't ever use it. I don't ever drive it that much though.
Yeah.
But we drive a ton of miles though. I've already made 2 trips to Florida, 2 trips to Charlotte. I'm driving to Indianapolis tomorrow, and then I'm driving to Arizona. We have Canton was last year. I mean, I rack up a ton of miles.
Yeah.
What vehicle are you bringing tomorrow?
My truck.
Oh, I thought you said you were bringing the Jeep. The way you said that.
No, I'm sorry. That's why I think about a Tesla is because we drive so many miles that I'd save a lot of money on gas.
Yeah, but the time, dude, that's the thing that would kill me. Like, I would hate to sit there for half an hour while the thing charges. That
No,
would
you
just
don't
drive
have to
me
sit there
insane.
for half an hour if you go to a supercharger.
Yep. If you go to the Tesla
maybe there's just
superchargers,
not enough infrastructure around me to make that make sense.
Yeah,
but
no, I mean, I definitely agree that
the
it wouldn't make sense
Cybertruck
for
is
you.
supposed to have solar panels on it so it charges while you're driving.
Mhm.
Jake does strike me as a Cybertruck guy. I could see him rolling up. With
I've already
that thing.
pre-ordered one. My name has been on the list for like 2 years, but they
I
just
remember
haven't started the
when
production.
You did it
of
like
them.
right when they put it out.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
right when they first mentioned, I put my name on the list. I have yet to be contacted.
They've gotten way uglier since they did that too.
I'm hoping so because I mean I like ugly. Think about
That's why
it.
he
You pull
I
keeps
up
won't tell your
around.
wife you said that.
whatever. It's more so why you guys are all here.
So far in
Um,
this episode, we've talked about who's smarter, who's more athletic, how to put up a fence, and now purchasing a vehicle.
That's right. But think about how awesome
This
a
is like the
tailgate
dad
would be.
podcast. We didn't even know we were doing a dad podcast, but here we are.
Here
Here
we
we
are.
are. Here we are.
We're dad podcasting.
Can't you think about the Cybertruck? You pull up to a tailgate at an NFL game, pulling a small 6x8 trailer behind you, and you tailgate with the Cybertruck, and we have our banners and stuff out there with, I mean,
Dude,
that
I
would
feel
drop.
like they'd make fun of us.
No,
You're
they wouldn't.
using we kind of loosely because we're not even sure Ethan can get time off.
True.
That's true. Facts.
On a
Ethan,
Sunday? Oh man.
No.
Good luck.
Rough.
Yeah, not going to happen. It's not the Sunday that's the problem. You got to get here a couple days beforehand because you're not going
I
to come all the way
came
here.
one time.
You're not going to come again.
Shut up, Taylor.
It doesn't surprise us.
Taylor?
The one guy without kids right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's why.
It's only happened once.
Pretty
one
good
time.
odds.
It was a good time. Everyone had fun.
Fun was
so you were
had
told.
by all.
That's right.
Well, last week, changing topics completely because Kyle did a really funny video earlier about it. But last week we talked a lot about Aaron Rodgers and his darkness retreat. And since then he has merged.
It's like Pugsatani Phil or whatever's out there telling us we're having winter
like
again.
seeing his
He's emerged.
shadow coming out. I think that do you think that after you're in the dark for that long, I was thinking about this today. Do you think that they provide you with maybe some of those like when you get your eyes dilated, you have like the
Glasses.
glasses that like wrap around your head? Because if you've been in the dark for, I mean, how long was he in there?
4
days.
days, I think.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being in there and someone tosses a flashbang in?
Your senses are on overload. You would almost probably die.
Yeah.
Did you- Did you see? It didn't look as luxurious as I thought it would.
No,
I
it
saw the
didn't see it.
pictures of it. Like, looks pretty janky. Not gonna lie. I thought it would be like some like hippie, like real high class looking space pod looking room.
right?
And it's basically like I dug a hole. I put
Oh
up
my
some
gosh, you're
walls,
right.
Put up some walls, like the toilet's in the same room that he's in. Like that has to start smelling bad, you know?
What doesn't flush?
I mean, I'm sure it flushes, but like, would you want to sleep in your bathroom, Jake? Or just be in a bathroom for 4 days? Because that's basically what he did with a bed. Like, go put a mattress. I know your house is big enough to do this, Jake. Go put a mattress in your bathroom and see how long you can hang out in
I
there.
cannot put a mattress in my bathroom.
Hang out in there.
What did you Google for the pictures? I put Aaron Rodgers hideout.
I just put Aaron Rodgers. I just put Aaron Rodgers darkness retreat.
That was not mine. Did not work well.
It's just the first little picture.
What did come up when you searched that? Just
Nothing. Just pictures of Aaron Rodgers.
Jake claimed he couldn't float last week, and I'd like to put that to the test in Kansas City as well.
I can't float. I can't float.
We need to hit a pool. Like,
dude, it's gonna be cold.
Not in the hotel.
We're not in a hotel.
Oh, that's true.
Dude, I don't like swimming.
Kyle, just because you can't wear a hoodie.
Kyle wants to wear his hoodie in the pool.
You want to bet?
Kyle's gonna be at the
swimming hoodie.
I could totally see Kyle just like at the freaking like wave pool, like swim trunks and just a hoodie.
It's like,
dude, I don't do.
It's like
I don't,
wet up to his
I don't
chest.
do beaches. I don't do any type of water parks.
Even just like around your house, do you wear shirts?
No.
Why don't you do beaches or water parks? Is it the shirtlessness or?
I don't like them. I'm not a
Why?
swimmer. I don't know. I'm just not.
Are you allergic to fun?
I'm allergic to you.
Listen, water parks are as the larger I get, the more fun I have at water parks because
the splashes are bigger.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, but also like, and this is like the total fat dude in me saying this, but like, there's very rarely is there a weight limit that I am not still under. But there have been some roller coasters that I have like popped in the seat and been like, oh no, this could be dangerous. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna fit, bro. Like we rode one ride at we went on our honeymoon, and I know I couldn't fit in it today, but on our honeymoon, we went to Florida for like 5 or 6 days, and then we went like on our way back. The one day that I got to pick that was not on the beach was Universal Studios because I want to see Harry Potter World because I'm a nerd. And there's like a ride where you're like flying through what's supposed to be like the Wizard Bank and
Escape from Gringotts.
Yes. Well, when I got in that ride, like I sat down.
Your knees are buckled together. Your balls are smashed.
Horrible.
And it's
I'm
so
like,
hard
who
to get
designed
into.
this ride? This isn't for Americans. This is some European ride that they've brought to America. Because for 2.5 minutes, I am crunched in this thing. And like, it's the most embarrassed I've ever been.
My feet don't touch the ground on it because of the way that it is. I actually have to pick my feet up to get it pulled all the way back.
You can't
so
get
my
it in
feet
there.
are dangling the entire time on that ride.
Gotta be careful.
I'm too tall for it.
Yeah. Well, I was too big for it. And so I felt so bad. I was like trying to close the thing. And the lady, like, you knew, I was so grateful for this lady. She was very discreet about it. She came by and like, you're like, they're kind of like above you a little bit. And she came by and literally just like put her hand on it and like
pushed you into the first notch,
pressed it into me.
Okay.
And it clicked like one click. It was like, and
every time that
she looked at me and was like, you're going to have a great time. And it was miserable. I don't remember the ride. So I was trying to breathe for 2.5 minutes because it's like sucked my whole stomach in. It's terrible.
See, when they came by me when we were there last month, I would tell like every person, I was like, give me one good push here. And they would like, but then one guy was like, I can't do that, sir. It's against protocol.
Yeah, no, not this chick. She pushed me into that thing. I was like, really? I'm pretty snug.
Lock me into this.
I was like, you don't really need to get it to click. Like, I'm pretty snug here. I don't think if it doesn't go upside down, I don't think I'm not going to fall out.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'll be okay. And she's
like, we were talking about water parks.
Click.
Yeah. What happened to water parks?
Water park, are you going to just get stick in the slide?
Stick in the slide.
Stick in the slide. You know, you just.
I love water parks. Water parks are awesome.
I don't mind them whatsoever. Only thing I don't like is enclosed tube slides.
Oh my gosh, you're such a wuss.
I'm afraid I'm going to get decapitated around a corner or something. You're not
going to get decapitated. You're laying down flat.
I don't know. No, I'm talking about when you're sitting in the inner tubes.
Dude, I'd much rather be in the tube because at least if I flip around the tube, like I'll still be in the tube, bro. The ones that you like fall off the edge and like get air and you're free falling, those are way worse for me.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I'm thinking like, all right, one, like how am I not just like falling forward off of it? And two, what if I have too much momentum when I hit the bottom that the water doesn't stop me and I just
skid across the top. Yeah.
And just like crash at the bottom.
Last time I was at a water park, we found a diaper in the wave pool and we left.
You left? That's not the worst thing in the pool. I'm sure.
I'm sure it's not, but like, that's like all right, What about enough?
Like a floating diaper, like one that just like fell off a kid.
No, it was like a
full of crap
like
diaper.
legit huggy.
Was it like folded up? Like
it was all wide open.
Was it full of crap?
No.
So it was probably just like a diaper that fell off a kid. Like,
okay, still,
somebody.
I'm not.
It's not like you found a shitty diaper.
What if maybe it was in there and it was a solid one, and now it's floating somewhere out there.
I feel like we've given people so much in this episode. They're either still listening and cracking up, or they've been like, "Gosh,
this is the worst show I've ever seen in my life." Terrible.
I mean, we told them with the name Discombobulated. I mean, it's all over the place. You never know what you're going to hear.
The best part is this is our second show, and the first show had almost nothing in common with this show.
Yeah, we talked about totally different things.
So we've talked for like 3 hours combined over the last 2 weeks, and none of the topics have correlated at all.
Mm-mm.
Well, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's like the whole purpose of the show.
The gist.
Yeah, suck it, Ethan.
So if you're into that, then keep listening. We're gonna keep recording.
Hopefully we can post this every once in a while.
Hopefully we can post it every once in a while, and hopefully Ethan doesn't quit, because Al mercilessly makes fun of him the whole time. But I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, Fantasy Headliners. And also, if you're looking for a fence, Master Paul's Kennels, unofficial sponsor of this episode.
Official sponsor of this episode.
Everybody have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Discombobulated.
Later.